when TCU was holding for the last shot at the end of regulation, you got the one-on-one with the ball. You had a big steal, big shot in overtime. Are freshman jitters gone already? You're 2 games into this.
I didn't feel nervous. I guess so.
Do you ever have jitters in big games, close games? Or is that not part of your DNA?
I don't think I do. I don't. In close games, I try to keep my composure.
Well, I heard somebody, I can't remember if it was a coach or somebody said to her, I can't remember exactly what they said, something about last game, all right, jitters are gone. And I hear KP say, I didn't have any jitters. So she was trying to make a statement.
You have the jitters for her now still?
No, I believe she didn't have the jitters in the last game. I just think her shots, didn't fall. The thing that I think freshmen struggle with the most, and they don't realize it until they get on the floor, is the speed of the game. The speed of the game is so much faster on this level, and it's so much faster in practice. So much faster than in practice. And I think that's what they probably need to get adjusted to more than anything, is really the speed of the game.
Their center, Bradshaw, had 8 of their first 11 points and only 1 point the rest of the way. What kind of adjustments did you make that ended up leading Coach Mitty to taking her out of the game for a large portion of the game?
Well, she got a couple of those easy baskets when we got beat on the perimeter and our posts committed and left her. So they just dumped. And one of the things I tell our kids, when we get beat as a post player, just fake at them but retreat back, because 9 out of 10 times they're looking to dump. They're looking to dump to the post. You don't want to leave the post and give a layup. Make somebody hang in the air a little bit, think twice about the shot. So we talked about not getting beat, keeping them in front, but also not committing. And, our post actually did a good job in that area.
What adjustments did you have to make after Akil fouled out on either end of the floor?
I started praying. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, sometimes when a player fouls out like that, it almost energizes your team a little bit, because you get so fired up, especially after a very suspect, situation there. I thought that's a call that could have gone either way. I thought Akil did a good job there. It's just a tough call right there. But I thought Destiny, I really thought she picked it up in the paint. She was a huge rebounding factor when Akil was out of the game, because they were getting second and third shots. They got like 8 offensive rebounds the first half. And, Destiny, she's got great up. Her pursuit of the ball is very good. And she just, I think she really started coming around too after Keena hit those couple shots. And like you say, when Akil fouled out is when she really picked it up. But, you lose an experienced player when Akil Simpson goes out. And she hit some nice shots at the beginning of that second half too against their zone.
Did they play Keena any differently as the game wore on? Was that just all her changing?
I thought they chased her a little more in their area. I thought they, and they were smart to do that. They extended out and they almost matched up to Keena in her area. That's why it was so important for Bake to hit that 3. Mal taking that shot. As I said to Mal at the end of the game, I said, "Have you been bad?" Because that shot was all the way down to the bottom of the basket. That could have been the game winner in regulation. And then Kaiara gets the rebound, and right there, 2 feet in front, goes off the back of the rim. So at that point, you're like, golly. But you got to have other players that are willing to step up and take shots and not afraid to shoot the ball. And that's something. And KP here has got to. She's got to learn to play a little bit more aggressively against the zone. I think when we see man, you're going to see a different KP. But I think this is a learning process for her. We've talked about this. I got in her face a little bit and at one point and said, you either decide to play or you're going to sit. She went out and responded.
When Baker hit that 3, she was 0 for 5 at that point. Were you surprised that she pulled the trigger, or surprised that it went down?
Was I surprised that it at least hit the rim? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm going to tell you why. No, we had a conversation on the bench when she came out, And this is where I know Karina has matured. And this is what I like about Bake this year. What I told her, I said, you're your own worst enemy. And she is. I mean, sometimes she plays mental games with herself, and she struggled tonight a little bit offensively, and she gets all down on herself, and then takes herself out of the game. Well, at that point, I said, listen, great players know how to come back and forget about all that. Go in, you can't stop shooting. Okay, I need somebody else to pick up some of the slack in the scoring. I said, you got to forget about everything that happened. And you know what? You can see it on her face. She did. She went out there, and I'm proud of her about that, because I don't think that would have happened last year. So that shows a maturity process. You know, and you think about it, a couple of the shots when she missed, I mean, she wasn't exactly on target today.
Obviously, it's just one game, but it is a rival school. Do you guys look at this win as any kind of a measuring stick for where you are early in the season?
Just feels good to beat TCU.